you are probably wasting majority of your leads right now, and you don't even realize it. And the crazy part is fixing it can double, triple, or even quadruple your sales in the next 30 days. And in this short video, I'm going to show you exactly where you're losing those people and how these simple changes can turn those missed leads into paying customers without posting more, without running more ads, and without working longer hours. So if you've been grinding but your sales still feel inconsistent, I'm going to break it down for you why and how you can fix it for good. Majority of you guys are doing the right things though. You guys are posting content, you guys are staying active with your community, replying to DMs, but you're still wondering why the sales aren't where they should be. What you're probably experiencing is that leads are coming in random waves, and deep down, you know that's not sustainable, it's not scalable, and you know something needs to change. And it's not because you're not scaling hard enough, it's just because you do not have the right systems in place to properly scale. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I take an offer from zero to fully booked, making 6 figures plus a month, and then scale it so it runs without ever having to chase a single lead ever again. So if you're serious about wanting to grow your offer, scale to multiple 6, even maybe 7 figures a month down the line, sit tight and actually fucking pay attention, and this will save you tons and tons of trial and error. And so before we get right into it, here are a few of my screenshots, a few results that I have for some other clients. And so real quick, I just want to show you some of these results that I've gotten for some of my other clients. Just so you know, I'm not bullshitting you, and I know what I'm talking about. And before you can start scaling, you need to first have a offer that is dialed in. So you need to first nail the offer. So let's talk about that first, right? Most people think they just need more leads, but in reality, their offer isn't even strong enough in the first place to close the leads that they already have. And so your offer needs to have these 3 things. First, you need to have okay, I can't speak right now. That's fucking me over right now. But your audience should instantly know it's for them. All right, you need to speak directly to your audience. So you're gonna have to do market research, determine, what your audience is actually looking for, what they need. But once you do the market research, find out what they need. You need to make that offer speak directly to them. Then there needs to be a clear outcome. You need to be selling results, not access to your time. Then you need to create urgency, and you could do that through having limiting spots, time sensitive bonuses, or price increases. So, it's going to be 5K now, but the next relaunch is going to be 10K, something like that. Just make sure you make it specific, result driven, and have a clear time frame. The next thing is you need to make sure you have a simple funnel. Do not overcomplicate this. You shouldn't be trying to sell your high ticket offer straight from the DMs or a PayPal link, but you also shouldn't have it, have 20 different steps and do all of this. I see that they do too much. They do way, way, way too much. And it's like, bro, you're scaring them away now. So all you need is a simple landing page that calls out your audience and their pain points, a 10 to 15 minute VSL that shifts their frame, makes them see the underlying problem that they're facing, and position you as the obvious solution. Then you need to have an application form so that you're only taking on people who are actually serious and qualified. And having an application makes that perceived value much higher. And when people fill an application, they psychologically buy themselves into it because they're applying for it. You don't want to try and chase leads. You want to try and talk to specifically who you want and filter for the right people and let them come to you. And if you're dominantly on YouTube, so if you're mainly just on YouTube, you honestly don't even really need a landing page. You could honestly just have a Typeform application in the top link of your video descriptions. Because when someone's watching, a 20-minute long video of you explaining the business model, they're being nurtured way more because it only takes 1 to 2 hours for a lead to watch your video before buying. On average, it takes 1 to 2 hours for someone to watch your content before buying. And so when they're watching their videos, they're already getting nurtured properly. You're building that credibility because you're showing them, you actually make money, that you can do the business model. You're probably overcoming limiting beliefs if you make some mindset videos. And all that compounds without you really needing a landing page to do that for you. The landing page kind of only really works. You only really need a landing page if you're on short form content because obviously people cannot watch enough of your content to really get nurtured properly through just watching short form videos. Next is running a paid challenge. Now, this is optional, you don't have to, but this would be it is a lot of legwork because it's basically a webinar. Um, so it is a lot of work. It is a logistical headache, but it can fucking print. You can either do this as your offer launch. So if you wanted to just run this by itself, you could ignore everything else I just said about VSLs and that funnel. But if you pair them together, either you launch the VSL funnel first and then you do this like, you know, a month later, or the other way around, you launch the paid challenge first and then you launch the VSL later, either or. But this is completely optional. But if you are fine running webinars, even though it's a logistical headache and is a pain in the ass, this will make you a shit ton of money. And the reason is because it is one of the fastest ways that you can turn cold leads into the hottest fucking leads you could ever have. Now you can do free challenges or you can do paid challenges. I like paid more because the quality of each ticket is much higher because they have to pay to get in. And when you do a paid event, a paid challenge, you can basically just have all the classes be strictly value driven rather than because a free event is going to attract like the top of the funnel type people. And when you do top of the funnel like that, a free one, you're going to have to do a lot of limiting belief shattering and shifting frame and setting expectations. Where if you do paid, you can kind of skip all that, do a little bit, but you can like skip majority of that and just get straight into the meat of everything. So you want to make the price per ticket between $27 and $97. It depends on really your business model. It really depends on your business model and if you're B2C or you're B2B. You could also do a VIP ticket for a couple $100s where they would get, extra value from the program or from the event, but it's up to you. Then you want to make the event 3 to 5 days long. Okay, this isn't just a one-off webinar. This is an actual like multi-day challenge. And then during the event, you want to give them wins. You want to structure it as a full transformation that requires your main offer at the end. So even though, yes, the content and what you're talking about in the paid challenge is still valuable and is still worth that low ticket price, you need to still position it in a way where even though cool, now they have this information and it's helped them a little bit, in order to get the full transformation that they are looking for, they need the mentorship. And so when someone pays even a small amount of money for this, even if it's $27, they are more way likely to invest in themselves again, especially when they see results that you've gotten. Now, the next thing I'm going to be going over is how you should be posting. You need to be posting with a purpose. And in order to do that, you need to understand the different type of leads that will be entering your funnel and the awareness state. You should have all three types of content: cold, warm, and hot types of content. So for cold, this is the top of the funnel, attention grabbing, viral type of content. So this is like vlogs. This is any like type of mainstream. So take Alex G for example, or Brez. Um, it's really just their life. It's really just them doing fun stuff. Just them living their life. They're not really talking about their business model, how they're making money. It's very broad. All right, anybody can watch a vlog without caring about their business, right? So that's the type of cold content. So that's to grab attention. And once you grab that attention in the videos, you want to call out pain points and you want to comment challenge beliefs. Next, this is warm content. This is going to be, so I'll use Brez as another example. This would be his second channel, Roaz Brez, where he talks more about what he does. So this, you actually show proof, you educate, you build belief in your solution. Outside of Brez, I will use day trading as an example. Some warm content as for this would be like showing your recaps, showing live trades, breaking individual trades down and why you took them. Or just like go to TJR's channel and look at his content. It's 40 minutes long of him just trading. That's warm content, right? And then lastly, you have hot content. This is directly an invite for them to work with you. So this is going to be call to actions at the end of your videos that, have them, apply. So at the end of the video, you can be like, blah, 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 blah. If you want to work with me, click the link in the description, something like that. And then also hot content is your landing page. That's your VSL. That's like your emails. If you have an email list, that's your hot content. And you need to be making all three types of this content simultaneously. You can't dedicate one like a 1 week to one or 1 week to the other, or 1 month to one or 1 month to the other. It needs these types of content need to be happening all simultaneously. Now I'm going to show you how you can further scale your offer once you've gotten to this point. And if I could focus, that'd be nice. So, how to scale without adding more hours. So, I highly recommend you only stick to organic until you've proven your offer. Never, never, never touch paid ads until you've proven your offer works and you've validated that the market wants it. Once you've done that with organic, you put paid behind it, and that's how you can scale. Obviously, keep up the organic, maybe hire a content agency that can help you with content. Then you need to make sure the funnel is filtering for you. You should not be manually contacting leads. You need to have the content pushed to your funnel, and the funnel is what filters them out before they even speak to you on the phone. And then lastly, this is a very important thing. If you want to have really longevity with your offer, you need to make sure the way you're delivering your offer does not burn you out. All right. And that might not be such a problem in the beginning because you're only taking on maybe 10 students a month. But as you grow and you scale and you have more and more demand, there's only like two ways that you can combat this. Either you up your ticket price, so less, so it scares away more people, and only people with big bucks can actually get in, or you keep the same price, accept all that volume, but you deliver it in a different way, which you could do through group calls, courses, like basically just a big group coaching offer. You can hire coaches to help you manage all of the students and just have minimal one-on-ones and just resort to group calls. But regardless, you want to make sure that you are tracking your numbers so you know exactly how much it costs to get a lead, how much it costs to book a call, and how much it costs to close a client. Those numbers tell you exactly everything you need to know how to actually grow without guessing. And so if you're a coach who's trying to piece all of this stuff together yourself, I've already seen how slow that is with most coaches. You guys move at like snail speed. But with the right systems, you can get fully booked in weeks instead of grinding for months. And if you're ready to scale or even launch your first ever high ticket offer and you want my help building this out, DM me on Instagram, tell me about your offer, and I'll map out exactly how I would launch or either scale it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.